Florida waited 63 years to host another Formula One race, and after a long week of hype, promotion, and anticipation, the inaugural Miami Grand Prix is finally in the books. Max Verstappen claimed the first ever Miami GP victory after keeping Charles Leclerc at bay in a hot and demanding Grand Prix on Sunday. Now that the confetti has fallen and the champagne has stopped flowing, we're going to analyze whether the debut of Miami on the F1 calendar actually lived up to the hype, or if it fell short of its lofty expectations. We'll take into account the racing circuit itself, the atmosphere around the venue, and the quality of racing as we render our verdict at the end of this video. As always, make sure you show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the Backmarkers F1 show. You can always judge the quality of a circuit by the comments and reactions from the drivers. Well, after 3 days of running around the Miami Autodrome, the reception has been mixed, with clear messages from the drivers that Miami needs some improvements. The drivers' biggest concerns were regarding the track surface itself, as small stones were being lifted from the track surface and scattered away from the racing line. This brought strong words from drivers post-qualifying, with Sergio Perez calling the track surface a joke, Lewis Hamilton wondering how in 2022 they can't make a smooth track surface, and Fernando Alonso making it clear to the FIA that they expect resurfacing for the race in 2023. The track surface wasn't the only bump in the road for the debut of the Miami Autodrome, however. Drivers heavily criticized the safety standards at the Turn 14 barrier that saw Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon have big crashes. Both drivers were quite sore following their accidents, and they were not happy about the FIA not making any safety changes to the corner. But the biggest headache of all that this new circuit gave everyone was the slow-speed chicanes in Sector 3. These corners were universally disliked by the drivers, with Daniel Ricciardo calling it too Mickey Mouse, Pierre Gasly saying he was not a fan of the Formula E chicanes, and many drivers throughout the weekend having difficulties through turns 14 and 15. Besides these negatives, there were positives, as the overall opinion of the Miami Autodrome was a good one from a driver's perspective. They really seemed to enjoy the unique characteristics of the Miami Autodrome and the challenges it offered. The high-speed sections made it a thrill to drive, and the Florida climate made sure to test F1's best, both physically and mentally. Hey guys, before we get back to the video, we'd just like to announce our new sponsor, NordVPN. Now, if you guys don't know what a VPN is, it's a virtual private network that hides your IP address and protects your identity, especially if you're roaming on public Wi-Fi networks. We use it all the time here at the Backmarkers F1 show between me, Tyler, and Shaker, especially me when I'm looking for the latest news about F1 from around the world and I can't access it because of my location. With one click, boom, I'm connected either on my Android or PC, and I'm racing through the web, no problem. And you guys that watch F1 will know that you need a good VPN if F1 TV is blocked in your area. So if F1 content is blocked in your area, you can use NordVPN's over 5,400 servers in 60 plus countries to watch the 2022 F1 season. And much like the Ferrari this year, it's the fastest and the most reliable. So check the pinned comment in the video or in the description box to get an exclusive NordVPN deal with us at nordvpn.com/backmarkers. So check out NordVPN, guys. All the info in the description box below. And now let's get back to the video. If you were to rate the Miami Grand Prix based on the off-track experience, you'd say it was by far the biggest event of 2022. It was basically a Super Bowl-like atmosphere in Miami, as the promotion and public relations events were off the charts. In typical American fashion, it was go big or go home for the first ever Miami Grand Prix. And they pulled out all the stops to attract the American elitists to the 305 in order to give them a taste of Formula One. At times, some of the off-track events and celebrity pandering was quite distasteful, and frankly not what F1 should be about. And how could we talk about the Miami GP atmosphere without mentioning the fake marina, with fake water, and real yachts? Unfortunately, the prices weren't fake, however, as the Yacht Club starting price tickets were a cool $9,500 and went up to $38,000 for a 4-person pass. Anytime a new city debuts an F1 race, there will be hiccups. In Miami, you had congested pedestrian bridges, long walks from point to point under the hot Florida sun, and traffic issues surrounding the stadium. If you're watching this video and you happen to attend the Grand Prix, please let us know your experience firsthand in the comment section below. But the fan atmosphere on race day was pretty decent, as the stands were packed and fans were on their feet for all the action. It was certainly a sign that F1 has broken into the American market, but the Miami Grand Prix seems like it will be an acquired taste that many will have to get used to whether they like it or not. Lost in the Miami festivities, it's easy to forget why F1 was actually in Miami Gardens, and that was to put on a motor race. So as F1 racing fans, did the Miami Autodrome actually provide us with good racing? Well, the short answer to that would be, not really. The race had some overtaking, but was limited as was expected heading into the weekend, thanks to this narrow and tricky circuit. The issues mentioned a few minutes ago about the track led to some drivers making mistakes and tripping over each other in the Grand Prix. Had the safety car not come out following the Norris and Gasly incident, the race would have been fairly flat and boring from lights to flag. Miami might have gone a little too far with the hype and then under-delivered in terms of actual racing. It was interesting enough to make us look forward to the race next year, and it also serves as a good learning experience for Las Vegas in 2023. Hopefully they can take the feedback from the drivers and make some necessary changes that can make the racing more exciting for fans and drivers. At the end of the day, Liberty Media have to remember that this is the Formula One World Championship and that racing should be the top priority when we go to new venues and not the celebrity experience. We have to give Miami a chance like we did many other new venues in recent years, but the 2022 Miami Grand Prix weekend was certainly a memorable one for various different reasons. So what did you think of the debut of the Miami Grand Prix? Did you love it or hate it? And what would you like to see improve for future races here? Comment your thoughts down below, and if you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and please check out the rest of our channel, and we hope to see you again soon.